Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have completed all the concentration terms, right? So in the last session I have even completed regarding molality, okay, molality and mole fraction. Okay, last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು molality and normality. Okay, these are the two concentration terms we have discussed. Well, what is molality? Molality is nothing but it is the number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. So what we said, molality small m is equal to n by w kg, w in kg, which means what is this w specifies? W specifies the weight of solvent in a kg. And what is n? As usual, number of moles of solute to the weight of solvent in kg. Then one more concentration term we consider normality. So for normality, capital N. So what we said, normality is the number of gram equivalents. Number of gram equivalents present in 1 liter of a solution. So normality N is equal to what we said, number of gram equivalents. Okay, number of gram equivalents divided by volume VL, volume of solution in liter. Yes, so again here molality, it is temperature independent concentration term. And what about normality? Normality, it depends on the temperature. Regarding temperature dependence, as we said, molality is temperature independent and normality, it depends on the temperature. Well, so it's regarding all the concentration terms which are used to express the concentration of a solution, right? Well, now in this session we are going for numericals, or you can say problems on these, most likely asking problems on those concentration terms. Well, example, first one, what is the normality of a solution containing 4 gram of NaOH, 4 gram of NaOH in 250 ml of water? So I just repeat the question. What is the question here? What is the normality of a solution containing how much? 4 gram of sodium hydroxide in 250 ml of a water. Yes, what they are saying, say 4 gram of NaOH, 4 gram of NaOH sodium hydroxide is added to how much? 250 ml, 250 ml of water. So resultant will be solution. They prepared a solution. They are asking normality of this resultant solution. What is the normality of a resultant solution? Yes, when you look at the solution, we know normality of sodium hydroxide solution they are asking. So formula we know, normality is equal to weight divided by what? Gram equivalent weight. So remember, while calculating normality we have to take gram equivalent weight, right? So weight divided by gram equivalent weight into 1000 divided by VML. What is VML here? Volume of a solution in milliliter, right? Yes, we try to get the data of this. So weight of solute means here weight of NaOH in grams divided by gram equivalent weight of solute, that is sodium hydroxide. So into 1000 divided by volume of solution in what? Volume of solution in ml, 250 ml is okay. So 1000 divided by 250 ml. So weight of solute sodium hydroxide, how much given? 4 gram, right? 4 gram, 4 divided by, so gram equivalent weight of sodium hydroxide, how much? 40. So for sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, sodium 23, oxygen 16 and hydrogen 1, so 40. Okay, sodium hydroxide, what it is? It is a base. We know equivalent weight for base. So that is acidity. What is the acidity of sodium hydroxide? Acidity is 1. So equivalent weight, that is gram equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight divided by acidity for a basis, right? So what is the molecular weight here? 40. What is acidity? 1. Therefore we say acidity is 1, therefore its gram equivalent weight is equal to 40 gram per equivalent. So we have taken here 4 gram divided by 40 gram per equivalent into 1000 divided by 250 ml, right? Yes, So if you simplify this, what is the answer? We get 0.4. Okay, 0.4 gram equivalent per liter is the normality of a solution. So when 4 gram of sodium hydroxide is added to 250 ml of water, what is its normality? 0. Or even we can say 0.4 capital N normal, or you can say equivalent per liter is the unit. Okay, yes. So coming to the first one, so 9.8 gram of sodium hydroxide is present in 2 liters of a solution. So what they are saying, 9.8 gram of sulfuric acid, 9.8 gram of H2SO4 sulfuric acid is present in 2 liters of a solution. What they are asking, the molarity of the solution is 9.8 gram of sulfuric acid present in 2 liters of a solution. So weight is given, right? Weight how much? 9.8 gram. What is the compound? H2SO4 sulfuric acid. For sulfuric acid, what is the molecular weight? What is the molecular weight? It is the 98. Okay, 98 gram per mole. Okay, and VL, volume of solution is given. How much? 2 liter. Okay, they are asking molarity they are asking. Well, so what is molarity? Molarity formula, molarity capital M is equal to N by VL. We have this formula, or else W by gram molecular weight into 1 by VL. We have this formula also. Yes or no? So which formula to be applicable here? This one. So weight is given 9.8. 9.8 divided by how much? 98 into 1 divided by 2, that is 2 liter they have given. So 9.8 1 ja 9.8 10 ja, so that is 1 by 20. So yes, we look for the options. First one 0.1 molar, 0.05 molar, option C 0.2 molar, and option D 0.01 molar. So the solutions, as I said here, weight absolute divided by molecular weight absolute into 1 divided by volume in liters. So 9.8 by 98 into 1 by 2. So if we simplify, say 0. That is 1 by 20 is nothing but 0.05 molar. So what is the answer here? Option B is correct. Okay, 0.05 molar. You got it? Well, the next one. If 1.26 gram of oxalic acid is always present in what? Dehydrated form, right? H2C2O4 dot 2H2O. And what is the molecular weight? 126 gram per mole is the molecular weight of oxalic acid. So this data to be recalled immediately whenever we look at the compound. So it must be remembered. Okay, yes. So how much they are saying? 1.26 gram of oxalic acid is dissolved in how much? 250 ml of a solution. Then its normality is, now what they are asking? They are asking normality, right? Yes, we look for the options first. 0.05, second option 0.04, third option 0.02, and the fourth option 0.08. Well, we know the normality formula. So what is normality? So normality is equal to weight divided by gram equivalent weight into 1000 divided by VML, volume of solution in how much? That is milliliter, as if given 250 ml. So weight how much? We know 1.26. They already given 1.26 gram of oxalic acid they said, divided by what should be known? Gram equivalent weight of oxalic acid. So oxalic acid, it is an acid, so basicity we have to consider. So basicity of oxalic acid is 2. Therefore what is its gram equivalent weight? Gram equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight divided by basicity. 126 divided by 2, how much it is? 63. Then here 1.26 divided by 63 into 1000 divided by how much? 250 ml. So if we simplify, we get the normality of a solution. This is the thing. Well, we look at the solution. Say normality weight of solute divided by equivalent weight of solute into 1000 divided by volume of solution in ml. Weight how much? 1.26 divided by equivalent weight of oxalic acid 63 into 1000 divided by volume of solution, how much? 250 ml they said, so 1000 by 250. So if you simplify it, 0.08 normal or equivalent per liter is the answer. So then what is the option? Option D is correct, right? Well, consider the next one. The molarity of 0.6 normal phosphorus acid. The molarity of 0.6 normal phosphorus acid, phosphorus H3. Okay, what is a phosphorus acid? Phosphorus acid is nothing but H3PO3, phosphorus acid. They are asking molarity of 0.6 normal phosphorus acid. Well, option A 0.3, option B 0.1, and option C 0.9, and option D 0.6. Well, we look at the solutions here. So normality, we know the relation. Normality is equal to molarity into basicity is the general formula. So please remember this relation. So normality is equal to molarity into basicity. Okay. If you rearrange it, on rearranging, so molarity is equal to normality divided by basicity. Yes or no? So normality how much? 0.6 normal they are saying. 0.6 is equal to molarity we don't know into, for phosphorus acid, what is the basicity? Its basicity is 2. Okay. Well, so molarity is equal to 0.6 divided by 2. That is, if you rearrange 2, if taken on another side, it will be 0.6 divided by 2. So how much? 0.3 molar. Okay, or I can say moles per liter. So what is the option then? Option A is correct, 0.3 molar. Okay, well, coming to the next problem. So what is that? The volume of water to be added, to 400 ml of n by 8 HCl to make it exactly n by 12 is. So what they are saying, they already have 400 ml. Okay, 400 ml of n by 8 HCl. Okay, they have already 400 ml of n by 8 HCl. What they are willing? They want to prepare n by 12 HCl. N by 12 HCl. They are diluting. Say look at the concentration, n by 8 and n by 12, which means concentration is get diluted. They want how much water to be added to get exactly n by 12 HCl. So if we know the dilution law for molarity, what is that? M1V1 is equal to M2V2. This dilution law is also applicable for normality, that is N1V1 is equal to N2V2. So N1V1 means is the initial one, N2V2 means is the final one. Okay, final concentration. Now if you know the final volume, okay, if you know the final volume, then we can easily understand how much water to be added, which means first we have to calculate the V2, final volume to be calculated, so that we get how much water to be added. Yes, we know initial normality and initial volume. We know final normality, that is final concentration, but we don't know the final volume. So with the help of this formula, N1V1 is equal to N2V2, first we have to calculate what? V2, final volume to be calculated. Thereafter we go for what? Calculating volume of water to be added, which means how we get? Simply V2 minus V1. The difference, final minus initial, gives the volume of water to be added. Yes or no? Yes. Say, which means if I consider N1V1 is equal to N2V2. So what is N1 here? That is n by 8 into volume. How much we have? We have 400 ml. What is N2? N by 12. We don't know V2. So n cancels here, right? So if I equate for V2 is equal to, okay, 12 is taken on this side. So 12 into 400 divided by 8. Okay, 8 ones are 8 5 is 40, so 850. So 50 into 12, how much it is? 600. Are you getting? 50 into 12 means 600 ml. We got V2, right? So V2 is equal to how much? 600 ml. We got final volume. Then how much water to be added? Already we have 400 ml of n by 8. If volume is made to 600 ml, its concentration reduces to n by 12, which means how much water to be added? It is V2 minus V1. 600 minus initial 400, that is 200 ml. So to a 400 ml of n by 8 HCl, if we add how much? If we add 200 ml of water, 200 ml water, what happens? Its concentration changes to n by 12 is the solution. Alright, we look for the options and please remember what is the answer to be, what answer we should get, how much it is? 200 ml, right? So if you look at the options, first option 400 ml, then second option 300 ml, third option 200 ml, okay, and the fourth option 100 ml. Just if you consider the solution part, say n1 v1 is equal to n2 v2, that is dilution law. n1 we know 400, sorry, the volume we know v1 400 ml, n1 means that is n by 8, or I can say simply 1 by 8 can also be written. 1 by 8 is equal to n2 how much? 1 by 12 into v2, we don't know the v2. So if you simplify v2, how much we get? 600 ml. That is the final volume. Okay, final volume to be 600 ml. Now if I want to calculate volume, how much water to be added, that is volume of water to be added is equal to final minus initial, v2 minus v1, v2 600 minus 400. So what is the answer? 200 ml. So what is the answer? Answer is C. C is correct. Okay, well, next one, 3 gram of salt. Say what they're saying, 3 gram of salt, some salt, X, say X salt, we don't know how much they're adding. 3 gram, 3 gram of salt of molecular weight, it's a gram molecular weight is given. Gram molecular weight how much? 30. Okay, 30 gram per mole is dissolved in 250 gram of water. So weight is given, say some solute, that is salt is nothing but solute. How much they are taking? 3 gram of that salt of molecular weight 30 is dissolved in 250 gram of water. So what is this 250 gram? It is the weight of solvent. Yes sir, weight of solvent 250 gram. What is the molality of a solution? They are asking molality. Okay, not molarity. Now they are asking molality. Okay, yes. First look for the option 0.4, 0.2, 0.6 and 0.8. Well, solution, the molality we know. What is the molality? Molality is equal to weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by weight of solvent in gram is the general formula for molality. So weight of solute, how much they are saying? 3 gram of molecular mass 30 is dissolved in 250 gram of water is the answer. So 3 ones are 3 tens are 250 ones are 250 4s are, so 4 by 10 means it is 0.4. Yes sir, it's a simple one. So what is the option? Option A is correct, 0.4 okay moles per kg is the unit, right, for molality. Well, so 3 by 30 weight of solute 3 and molecular weight 30 they said, so 3 by 30 into 1000 divided by weight of solvent 250 gram they said, so 1000 by 250. So if you simplify, how much we get? 0.4 molal, or I can say what we can say 0.4 mole per kg. Okay, yes. Option A is correct. Next one, if we take 44 gram of carbon dioxide and 14 gram of nitrogen, what will be the mole fraction of carbon dioxide in the mixture? Well, they are saying weight. They have given weight, not the number of moles. Instead of number of moles, they are specifying weight of the compound or substances. They have taken 44 gram of carbon dioxide plus how much? 14 gram of nitrogen. They are asking mole fraction of carbon dioxide in the mixture. We know mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles. Yes or no? We have to get the number of moles. If you know the number of moles, we can calculate the mole fraction. But what is given here? Weight is given 44 gram of carbon dioxide and 14 gram of nitrogen. So this weight must be converted into number of moles. It's the first step. First we have to convert weight into number of moles. How? Yes, if you know the gram molecular weight, it is possible. Weight divided by gram molecular mass gives a number of moles. So weight divided by gram molecular mass or gram molecular weight, which gives the number of moles. So carbon dioxide 44 weight divided by what is the gram molecular mass of carbon dioxide? Carbon 12 plus 16 plus 16, 2 oxygens. So 16 plus 16, 32. Yes or no? 32 plus 12, how much? 44. So its gram molecular weight is also 44. So 44 by 44 means 1. Number of mole is 1. 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Yes or no? Yes. Similarly, if you go for nitrogen, okay, for nitrogen, say nitrogen weight how much? 14 they have given, 14. N2, its atomic mass 14, 2 nitrogen, 14 plus 14, 28. So molecular weight is 28. So 1 by 2, 14 by 2. 1 by 2 means how much? 0.5. Number of moles of, say now we got number of moles. Number of moles of carbon dioxide how much? 1. Then number of moles of nitrogen how much? 0.5. So weight, whatever the weight given is converted into what? Number of moles. Now we have to think of mole fraction of carbon dioxide. So mole fraction of CO2, high CO2 is equal to number of moles of CO2, that is 1 divided by total number of moles, 1 plus 0.5, that is 1 divided by 1.5. Okay, 1 divided by 1.5. So yes, if you simplify, we get the mole fractions 1 by 5, okay, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 by 4. So it is 1 divided by 1.5 means how much it is? 10 by 15, right? So 10 divided by 15. 10 by 15 means what? 5 2s are 5 3s are 2 by 3. So what is the option? Option C is correct. Why I have not simplified means it should be kept in fraction. So as per the options, it is given in terms of fractional. So what is the option? Here C is the right choice. So again, if you consider the solution part here, number of moles of carbon dioxide we have to calculate, right? How we are calculating? Weight of carbon dioxide divided by molecular weight of a carbon dioxide, whatever I have done here. So weight, that is 44 gram of carbon dioxide they said, therefore weight is 44, molecular weight is also 44, so 1. The number of moles of nitrogen, weight is 14, that is weight of nitrogen divided by molecular weight of nitrogen, so 14 divided by 28, how much? It is 0.5. Then if I go for mole fractions, okay, so total number of moles how much? Number of moles of carbon dioxide plus number of moles of nitrogen, 1 plus 0.5, that is 1.5. Then mole fraction of carbon dioxide is equal to number of moles of carbon dioxide divided by total number of moles, that is 1 divided by 1.5. so there is a mistake here. Number of moles of carbon dioxide is 1 divided by 1.5, so it is wrong. So number of moles of carbon dioxide how much? 1 divided by total number of moles 1.5, that is it is 10 by 15, 10 by 15, or I can say 2 by 3 is the answer. Okay, well. Okay, with this I am going to conclude about this session. Again in the next session we go for other concept. Okay, thank you, be safe.